What up, cousins? I was taken advantage of by the homeless. These are the stories. Since I came here to Austin, I've interacted with the homeless about maybe 6 times while driving for Uber. Some may say that's 6 too many times. And they're right. 3 of the times I'm gonna share today, I was taken advantage of. One of the first interactions I had with the homeless man was I was picking up an order at McDonald's at nighttime. Windows were rolled down, so he walked straight up to my car. He comes in asking me for food, money. So I don't have it. I don't have money. This is my food. I'm here delivering it. He persists. He's like, come on, man, anything helps, man. Just pushing. So I tell him like, look, I don't even have food. All I have is this beef jerky. And then he interrupts and says, yeah, I'll take that. Okay, wasn't really offering, but sure, you can have it. So I give it to him. While I'm handing it to him, I'm thinking of reasons why he shouldn't have it. So I'm gonna give it to him because I still want to keep it. I'm like, oh, but it's old though, like it's stale, probably like gross though. Still want it. And then he's like, yeah, I'll take it. All right. So he took my beef jerky. Not too bad, I guess. That's fine. You gave him some food. That's fine. Well, it gets worse than that. This time I was walking out towards my car. I already had the order picked up. I was walking towards my car, and then there's this older woman, maybe in her late 50s, early 60s, with a huge suitcase by my car. And then she sees me walking with the food. I just give a gentle, hello, how you doing? And then keep in mind, I'm on the clock, I'm working, I have like already accepted orders, I'm on delivery to this one. So basically I'm kind of in a hurry. So as I'm walking, she stops me and asks if there's a laundromat near here. I forgot what it was called, maybe Spin Zone. She's like, oh, is there a Spin Zone near here? They dropped me off here, I think it's the wrong location. So I don't know where I'm at. Is this right? I need to wash something. Is this the place? And then I don't know where I'm at. Either I'm just picking up food. So I look around the complex. I'm like, no, ma'am, I don't think there's a laundromat here. I'm sorry. And then she asked, do you know where it's at? I told her, no, like, I'm sorry. And then she asked me in Spanish, like, if I can look up. I'm like, all right, sure. So I'm looking it up. And I'm like, look, they're not even here. Like, they're far. They're on the other side of the city. And then she says, look up maybe 2400 South Congress, Spin Zone. It's full address. I was like, all right. So I'm like, I look it up. I'm like, yeah, that's a thing, but it's again across the city. And then in Spanish, she asked me, can you take me? Can you drive me? I'll pay. Can you please take me? I said I would, but I'm delivering food right now. I'm working. I can't take you. I would, but I can't. I wish I could. I wish I would. And she says, I'll wait. I can go with you. I'll wait. Yeah, so she says, I'll wait. So I say, okay. I'm like, yeah, but I'm gonna deliver 2 orders. I have to go pick up one and drop them off. It'll be like maybe like another 30 minutes. Are you sure? She says, yeah, I'll go. I'm like, all right. So like, all right, yeah, come on in. All right, come on in. All right, I'll help you. So I put her big, huge suitcase, barely fits in my back. I'm like, oh, yo, what? The suitcase barely fits in my back seat. So I'm there and we're driving, and then I'm talking to her. I'm like, all right, trying to make her feel comfortable because our seat, she's uncomfortable, I'm uncomfortable. And then I'm just like watching her hands, make sure nothing happens. I'm just like, So I'm like, hey, so what music do you like? I said, I like Way Down We Go. And so I'm just there, just. Way down we go. And so while we're driving, I started making small talk. I started asking her, like, oh, where are you from? She's like, I'm Costa Rica. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. How's that, blah, blah, blah. Asking questions. And then she ends up telling me she's homeless. And I was like, oh. Part of me knew that, but I wasn't gonna judge. So I was like, that sucks. I don't know what to say to that. So I was like, oh, dang. That's rough. I was like, oh, yeah. Sorry about that. So I'm driving. And then she asked me, like, how much do you pay for rent here? And I told her, oh yeah, Austin's super expensive. It's like anywhere from like 1,000 to 1,500, like some like regular apartments. Yeah, it's pretty expensive here. She says, how much do you pay? I pay about 1,500. 2-bedroom? No one. So now she's scoping me out. I'm like, all right, suspicious. But let's continue. So I'm driving, and as I'm making small talk, I look over, and this woman is taking off her shoes. She's barefoot now. She doesn't have socks. She's taking off her shoes, and then she's putting her feet on my seats like that. And she's like, she's getting comfortable. That's fine. And then as I'm going to pick up the other order, she asked me, do you have any water? And then I'm like, no, just my water bottle, my personal metal water bottle. I said, oh no, it's fine, guess. I was like, all right, I'm not gonna give you my water bottle, but okay. So I was picking up the second order, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm at the window. I'll just ask her if she wants water. I'll get her a water. They're free, right? So I ask her, oh, would you like a water? And then she says, she looks over and says, a Coke is fine.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Coke? You got Coke money? Do you got Coke money? What? I'm like, okay, yeah. She'll get a large Coke then. So I get her the large Coke. Once we get the orders, I'm trying to deliver them. And one of them's to this bar, I guess. So someone ordered McDonald's in the bar. So I go and I park in the front. I just crack the windows down to about right here and ask the guy at the front. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go deliver food. Do you mind watching her real quick? Like, I don't know what she is. Can you watch her? He said, yeah, I got you. All right, cool. So a little bit, I'm relieved because I got out of the car and she wanted to stay in the car. So I was like, oh gosh. All right, sure. You can see my car, stranger, with all my stuff. All right, sure. I don't know what I was thinking. I was trying to be nice. She's an older woman. It's night. She's homeless. I'm like, oh, I felt bad. So, all right, she stays in my car. And I go deliver the food. I come back. The guy's gone. The guy left. I don't know where he went. So I look and I panic, like, oh my gosh. And I go to my car. So I go in and I look at her and she's just there. I'm like, all right. I kind of like peep if everything's there. I'm like, all right, cool. So now we're on our way to 2400 South Congress, Spin Zone. And then we started making small talk about her being homeless. So I asked her like, hey, like that sucks. Do you want me to take you anywhere? Like this is a laundromat. Is there like places nearby? I don't know how this works. Is there homeless shelters or, you know, I don't know. And then I see she has a phone. So I tell her, do you want to look anything up or call? I can take you anywhere like that they can help you. Maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what to say. I don't know. She tells me, no, but you can call the Salvation Army. I'm like, oh, I'm driving. Do you want to call them? She says, no, you can call them. All right, so he basically gets to the destination just on the other side of the street. So I pull over and I'm calling these places, looking up stuff, looking up, you know, resources to help the homeless. I'm calling them, like some of them don't answer, some of them do answer, but say they need a referral and it's already late because at this time I picked her up, it was around 10 o'clock at night on a Friday. Everything was closed. They opened from, I think, like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, so she was out of luck. And I told her, look, I'm sorry, I called them. They said they can't really help you. So, and there's nothing available right now. So, that's all I can do for you. Like, I'm really sorry. I wish I could do more. And then so she tells me, you know, I can watch your apartment while you work. I can just stay with you.
Who are you?
So I was like, no, I'm sorry. I have a dog. Oh, I wish I had that dog, that pesky dog. Oh. I would, but she doesn't do good with strangers. Sorry. And then she's like, oh, it's not friendly? I was like, no, it's not friendly. She's not friendly. She's so sweet. But again, I don't know. I don't know how she would react with her, but even then, I was like, I don't want this stranger in my apartment. She's already in my car. And I don't know what she'll do or whatever, so I'm like, no. She starts telling me how it's so cold outside, and oh my gosh, it's scary, it's cold, it's dark, and blah, 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 blah. So I'm feeling bad, I'm hearing this, and then she asked me, well, do you have like a blanket or something? Like in the bag of a blanket? I'm like, oh, no, but I have this Nike jacket. She's like, I guess, we'll try it. So she puts it on, it's a nice Nike jacket. And so she says, it's better than nothing, right? At least you tried. That's a common theme that will reoccur. So she says, at least you tried, better than nothing, right? Thanks. It's a $50 Nike jacket. Okay, you can be a little bit more grateful. So I'm like, oh no, I'm sorry, that's all I have. I wish I could do more, I'm sorry. And so she says, okay, Juan, okay, but I'm a little hungry. Do you think, there's a Chinese restaurant right there. Do you think I could get a soup? I'm so hungry and it's gonna be cold. So then I'm like, okay, I will get you the soup. All right. So like, let's go. So we go, I get her a soup. I'm like, all right, what do you want? She gets a $17 soup. Very expensive soup. And they only take card. She only has one $20 bill. So she looks at me, she's like, oh, well, so now I'm like, oh no, all right. I get what you're doing. No, don't worry. I'll pay for this too. Don't worry. So I get her the soup and we get in my car. I drive her to the laundromat. I'm like, all right. We're here. I'm waiting in the car while we're in the parking lot waiting. And so usually you get off at your destination. Nah, she didn't do that. So I'm there in the car. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, that's it. I wish I could do more. I tried. Like, all right, I'm sorry. But you be safe. Like, you take care. And then she says, oh, well, at least you tried. At least you tried. I mean, I talked to a lot of pastors, a lot of this, a lot of that, yada, yada, yada. No one helps me. And at least you try to help me. You didn't look like you would help me, but you helped me. I was like, okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. And then she keeps asking about my place. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I really can't do my place. She's like, oh, well, it's cause it's scary out here and it's really embarrassing. They kick me out of here, kick me out of there. I just want to rest. It's so scary. And she starts telling me these sob stories about how she's interacted with other men who've picked her up and it hasn't been good. So allegedly they've, picked her up and they've done very immoral, unethical things. So now I don't feel comfortable leaving her because she's shared all this stuff with me and I feel really bad. And she's like, yeah, like, I guess it'll happen again. So I feel really bad, but at the moment, it's nothing really I can do. I couldn't think of anything else. So she gets out, I get out with her and I say a quick prayer with her. And then I'm like, all right, well, hopefully that's enough to get you through, the night. You have a jacket, you have, soup, have a Coke, I hope that, eases the burden a little bit for tonight. So I'm driving home, then this is kind of ruminating. It's just kind of like that feeling of, I left her alone, all these things happen, they can't happen, what if something happens? So I feel really bad and I ended up going back. And then I tell her like, look, I will get you a one night stay at a motel, a cheap one, just so you can be safe, you can shower, stay warm, just for tonight. And then my uncle has a church who helps people in your situation, whatever. Kind of explained it to her a little bit. She's like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. So as I'm driving to the motel, I already called and they said it's like $50. She stops me, she's like, oh, what about this place? I say, oh, I don't know about that place. I'm going to a different one. And she tells me, oh, this is nice, you could try this one, try this one. All right, and so I pull into that one, I wait, and I ask for a room, how much? $140. I'm not spending $140. I don't have $140. So I tell her, no, I'm sorry, I don't have $140. I brought $60 max, and that's all I have. Like, that's all my money right now. So she said, oh, at least you tried. But what about this one? I know it's good, it's this one, and they take cash, and it's cheap, and it's safe. All right. So we go to another one. We go to 3 different motels, all over 100. So I tell her, no, I don't have that. I can't, no. So reluctantly, she admits to go to the one I talked to. So we get there and I get down. Again, she stays in the car. And then I go to the front desk. I fill out information. She takes it. She says it's $54 plus a $10 deposit. That's $64.19 with the tax. As you recall, I only have $60. So I go to my car, I'm looking around, I find a $10 bill. So now I have $70. So I hand her the $70. She goes in the back, I don't know what she does. So as I'm waiting there, a man comes up and he's like, oh man, just gotta fight with my brother. So I'm like, oh man, that sucks. Yeah, it sucks. So I'm waiting at the front desk and he keeps talking to me. He keeps saying, yeah, man, lived with him for 6 months. It's not going well. It's not going well. I tell him, oh, I get it. I have a brother too. It can be rough sometimes, yeah, but it gets better. And he's like, oh no, we got in a fight. And then like, I wasn't really paying attention to him. I'm like, oh, okay, like, oh, that sucks. Oh, I'm sorry. And then I'm like waiting for my change and the key. And then he says, yeah, I kicked him pretty good. So what? I look. This man is in shorts, t-shirt, barefoot with blood all over him. So I'm like, whoa, what? I was like, oh man. He's like, yeah, I kicked his head pretty good, huh? There's like blood on his feet, on his legs, and on his shorts. I was like, holy shit, this guy just killed his brother? I was like, oh man, that's rough. And he's like, yeah, I gotta get out there before the cops come. And I said, yeah, that's usually a good idea. Cops usually do arrest you for that stuff. So he keeps talking to me, and then the woman finally comes up with the key to the room and change. So I'm like, okay, sorry dude, I hope it gets better. So I get the remote, TV remote, I get the card key, and I get the receipt, and I get my change. So I look at it, I was like, oh, where's my change? I was like, this isn't all my change. She says, yeah, it rounds up to $5. You can go, here's the key, you can go. Look, lady, it doesn't round up to $5. It rounds up to $6. So if you're gonna round up, give me $1 back. If you don't wanna do that, give me my change. And she says, do you really want your change? I don't want you to have my change. So yes. So she's like, I'd have to break some change and I'd have to open the register. Then go break change and open the register, honey. That's your job. So she goes and gets it, does a tantrum, gives me my change. All right, thank you. But I'm polite. I'm like, oh, thank you. Have a good night. And so I'm getting my stuff, and that guy keeps talking to me. I'm like, all right, dude, sorry, man. Have a good night. Well, be safe. So I go back to the car and I tell the woman, I'm like, all right, look, we're done. I got you your room. We finally got it. She says, oh, no, but let's go get milk. Let's go get milk. I really want milk. I need milk right now. Let's go get milk. So I picked her up at 12:30 and it is now 1:30. She's asking for milk. I tell her, ma'am, everything's closed. There's not gonna be any milk available. I don't know where you want me to get milk from. I can't milk anything. There's other stores are closed. What do you want? And so she says, oh, no, let's go to gas station. All right, let's go to gas station. So I go to 3 different gas stations and I show her, look, everything's closed. I can't, I wish I could, I can't. So I get back to the motel and I show her a room, like, look, this is the room. It's on the 2nd floor and this is the remote, this is the key, here you go, here's everything. And so she's like, oh, 2nd floor? Can you get a 1st floor? No, because the suitcase is really heavy. Can you switch it? Can you change it? I tell her, no, ma'am, I'm sorry. She says, I mean, at least you tried, I guess. What do you mean? You have a room. I didn't try to get you a room. You have a room. So I tell her, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And so she's like, it's just because it's so heavy, I can't get up there. Okay, I'll carry your big suitcase up there, okay? I say, look, this is your room key. On the receipt, it has a checkout. 11 a.m. Get up before then, and then there's a $10 deposit waiting for you. And I said, all right, well, good night, be safe. Have a good one, rest up. And I'm walking away. She's like, oh, no, but wait. You have to check if everything's working, right? Can you open the door for me? I can open the door, and then plus we need to check if all the things are working. Make sure nothing's broken. Make sure nothing's missing, right? Because you don't want to be liable if anything's breaking, right? You should check. I tell her, no, it's fine. You got it. She's like, I can't open the door. All right, don't worry. So I get the key and I open it and I push it open. I'm like, oh, hey, look, there you go. She's like, okay, well, come check. Come in the room and check if everything's working. I said, no, I'm not gonna do that. You got it, everything works. It's a motel, everything works, don't worry. She says, no. And she persists. I'm like, all right. So I leave the door wide open, the window's wide open. And then so I don't know what you want to do. So I check the faucet. I'm like, look, the faucet works. Like that's all it has. It's a bed and a faucet. And I was like, all right. And so I look over and she's closing the curtains. And I'm like, no, you're good. Like it's open, everything works. Like leave them open. I'm leaving. She says, oh, before you leave, check the refrigerator, make sure it works. Ma'am, there's no refrigerator. This is a motel. She says, oh, no refrigerator. I guess. She said, at least check if the microwave's working. I tell her, no, ma'am, there's no microwave. I'm sorry. No microwave. I guess. And so I tell her, like, no, that's all you have. This is your room. At this point, I'm frustrated. I'm trying to get out of there. So I'm like, all right, look, that's it. I'm good. Everything works. You're good. Have a good night. Bye. Everyone say, oh, just call me at 10:30 in the morning to wake me up.
Oh my God.
I tell her, you can put an alarm. Don't worry. It's okay. She tells me, no, you can call me. All right. I leave her at that. And then as I'm driving home, I realize I spent about $100 on this woman. And would you believe it or not, it doesn't end there. Like I told her I would call her at 10:30 a.m. I called her at 10:30 a.m. I tell her, hey, it's time to get up and out of the room. And also don't forget your $10 deposit because that's it. That's the end of my help. I won't be able to help anymore. I wish I could, but I can't. So I'm not gonna help anymore. What I will do is transfer all your information to the church. Whoever's in charge of that stuff, they'll be in contact with you. They'll help you out. They'll reach out. I can't do anymore. I'm sorry, but that was all I can do. I wish you the best. Stay safe, and they will help you. She says, oh, okay. So you and the church are gonna give me another room, maybe somewhere nicer in a safer place? I tell her, no, sorry. I'm not giving you any more rooms. They're not gonna give you any more rooms. They'll decide what they want to do for you, and that's it. So I wish you the best. Sorry. About like 30 minutes later, she calls me. Hey, Juan. They're not giving me my deposit. I say, oh, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. I'm sorry. It's like, oh, because you need to be here. Can you come? And I said, no, but I can talk to them. I'm busy. I'm working. I can talk to them, see what they can do. So she puts me on speaker. They say, no, I'm sorry. You have to be here before 11 a.m., but it's an automated process. The computer already did it. We kept it, and there's nothing we can do. So I said, fair enough. I tell her, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. You have no $10. And so she's like, I guess you tried. I say, all right, well, have fun. Be safe. So I hang up. So I start my day, start working, and she calls me again. Juan, I'm at the motel. Will you drop me off? I'm really hungry and I want Starbucks. When can you come pick me up? I can't pick you up. I'm working. I'm busy. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll wait. When can you pick me up? I'll be here. What time? I tell her, I can't pick you up. I'm not going to pick you up. I can't. Hang up. Believe it or not, she's called me about 10 more times. And it's only at night too. It's around maybe 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. So I started driving, right? I started my Uber shift. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm driving and then I'm still in the back of my head, just angry, just, oh, I can't believe she did that. I'm not gonna help anyone, that's fine. I'm not gonna look at anyone, I'm not gonna help anyone. And I'm going to turn left. So I'm there and there's no cars around me, just me and, believe it or not, a homeless man right in the corner staring at me with a sign that says, homeless and hungry. So I'm trying to stay firm on this. So I'm there just waiting. I'm thinking, all right, I just have to wait up this light and then I'll go. I wish I could help. I can't help. I lost $100 yesterday. Like I said, I just have my one snack and that's it. 3 times that light cycles through. My light's still red. I can't just look forward, so I will glance over and then I catch him looking at me. So we make eye contact several times. I feel bad, so I'm like, all right, why is he getting punished for someone else's mistakes? He probably genuinely does need help. I don't have anything, but I'll try to help. So we make eye contact. He was there standing with the sign, rubbing his belly. He's hungry. So I offer my peanuts and then I'm like, all right, hope that helps. He said, yeah, thanks man, thanks. So he goes and he's behind the rail. So he goes, he puts it behind the rail and he keeps the sign up. 2 more times that light cycles through and I still have the red sign. So I already helped him, but now we're still making eye contact. I'm just there and there's no cars around me. So I'm waiting, I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, please turn green. Eventually, cars start coming and then there's a car behind me and then the guy walks up to me. He says, hey man, do you know what the time? 5:21, why, what's up? Guys, cousins, no joke. This man says, oh, 5:20? It's quitting time, time to go home. He rips his sign into 6 to 8 pieces, turns to the highway, throws them into the air. And then he walks back behind the rail, gets the peanuts, stuffs them in this brand new, nice, clean bag. Doesn't fit, he has too much free junk in there. He closes it, he puts the bag on and walks away happy. He's like, all right, thanks, see ya. And as he starts walking past me, the light turns green and there's cars behind me, so I have to go. I'm just shocked. I'm like, what? He took my peanuts and now he's going home? What? I would get it if he's joking around, but like, oh, yo, time to go home, But he ripped up his sign. Don't you need that for later? You're just gonna get 1 can of peanuts and call it a day? What? So he went home, believe it or not. He took my food and went home. That was the very next day. So I don't know if these people hate me and want to take everything away from me. They see me like, look, I don't like his fucking face. Let me take his peanuts and beef jerky. I don't know. I don't know if that's what they're doing. Or maybe they love me so much, they like me, they see me as an asset, so they want me on their team. They're like, man, that guy was GT in the 6th grade. We need him on our team. We need him as a homeless man, ASAP. We need that man in the homeless shelter with us, next to us in the homeless shelter. All jokes aside, this happened because I firmly believe that if you can help, you should help. I still believe that, but I just went about it the wrong way. They took advantage of me and I put myself in kind of dangerous positions, but I still think you should still help if you can. Just be smart about it. Help organizations, volunteer, do whatever, donate. I wasn't smart about it, so it took me further than anyone's supposed to go. This is all to say, be safe, be smart and safe. Help out, be kind, be a good person. Just be smart. I was not smart. I was an idiot.
Oh, hello.
They took everything from me, from my nuts to my meat to $100. Be careful out there.